Break any.
Didn't break any straps?
I didn't break any straps, no.
Woo! Alright, let's grab some gas.
Oh, there.
Alright, we have made it to Chitina. We saw a black bear sow and a cub, which was pretty cool. This is the first time we have ever fished this river, and it's our first time with subsistence permits. So we are used to beach fishing on the Kenai. This is the first time we're going to be doing this, and we're really excited to go fishing. Alright, so the trailer is not going to fit over the bridge, so we're going to have to get creative of how we strap the net and the cooler on the ATV. We're not really sure about camping yet because this is our first time here, so we're just going to put the cooler on, put the net on, head out. Worst comes to worst, we'll just camp right here, but if we see some better spots, we'll go set up the tent at some better spots. But we're excited to get fishing, so we're just going to strap everything on there, hit the trail, and see if we can catch some fish.
Something like this, eh?
Yeah.
Best I got.
I'm ready to go fishing!
Alright, let's go get some salmon.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, head down this this steep cliff here and see kind of what's going on by the river. This is some pretty rugged fishing, but hopefully we get a few.
So Dennis has been down there for about 15 minutes. I'm betting he'll probably stay a little bit longer. So this is our first year with subsistence permits. So we, as a household, are allowed to get up to 500 salmon. We're gonna try to do our best with that. So we have some big goals to try to subsist this year for the first time, and this is gonna be the first trip of many. So we left the pups home for this one. We have a homestead sitter to milk, berry, and feed the dogs, and look in on everybody. But next time, our next trip, they're coming with us once we kind of figure out where to camp and all that, get all the kinks worked out. So
Not looking too good here. Let's go a little further in, try a different spot. Stuff is rough.
Alright, well, this spot proved to be unproductive. We are going to hike back up the cliff here and then go cruise on to a different one. We need a new fishing spot, huh? we got. Second spot. Let's check this one out, see how it is. All right, Edie.
Right there looks like a good test. Sit. I want the barbecue.
Good. Yay!
Salmon slime. Beautiful fish.
First fish. Yeah, all right, Lean. We gotta go get Dad a stringer.
Okay, we got one fish. The fishing is a little slow, but that's okay. The fishery did just open, so we're gonna go try a few more spots and see if we can get a couple more. And yeah, we're learning how to fish this river and we're having some fun. This is pretty cool here. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's like an old bridge or something. This used to be an old railroad bed, I believe.
We got the tent, we got everything we need to cook our salmon, and we are heading back. I think we found a campsite.
Put those sticks together.
I don't remember this tent.
No, I don't either.
Is it under the cabin?
Yeah, it was under the cabin.
Yeah, I think Robin Dale gave us this tent. I don't remember it. Mint.
Okay, we're gonna go down to the creek, fillet our fish, and then we're gonna cook it for dinner. First tips, Lean. Not a lot of sun here either, but it's a little bit bigger. Great, let's fry it up whole.
You like the graham crackers, Lean? I'm gonna grab a couple of these spruce tips to stuff our salmon with for dinner. I am just gonna do this super simple. I'm just gonna stuff some of these spruce tips inside here, coat it with some flaky sea salt, and throw it on the griddle. I'm also going to take some of the dandelion greens here and stuff this in here too. Dandelion greens are a great wild edible if you have them growing in your yard, which you most likely do. They are full of vitamins and minerals, and then when that flower comes in, that's its own medicine too. If you do dig the roots, I suggest, or I like to dig the roots in the fall because that is when they're about 25% more rich in inulin, which is a plant sugar that helps regulate blood sugar.
This is our first Copper River salmon we've ever caught. This is a native salmon run, which is pretty cool. It's not the case for all the runs in the state. I also believe these have a very high oil content too, which is cool. We're really excited to try it. Woo! Beautiful night. See if we can get another fish. Boy, they say it's windy here, and they ain't kidding. Woo! Another fish. Decent fish. Slow fishing, but at least we're catching them. Hey, Lena. But we got another fish, so that's good. I'm gonna go down after dinner again. If we're lucky, we'll at least get 10 or so.
This is getting there, almost done. So good. There is no 5-star restaurant or fancy hotel that I would take personally over a night like this. Catching some wild salmon, beautiful mountains. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous part of the state right here. Just wonderful everywhere you look. So we're pretty happy to be here and get to be able to do this. All right, we are ready to eat this. Unfortunately, we did not pack any plates, so we are just gonna put it on a little parchment paper for Lena at least. And enjoy some salmon. Lena, do you want skin?
Yeah.
Skin too? Yeah. I'm gonna start with this.
Oh,
Yum. Putting the dandelion greens in there was a solid idea.
Is it good?
Yeah, I can't believe how good that made it. Yeah, that's really good fish. You can't beat fresh salmon if you never had fresh salmon. It's not even comparable to the stuff you get in the store.
You ready for another piece? All right. I might just take this whole skin off and kind of crisp it.
Yeah, I would.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make like a salmon taco with the skin.
So this is a pretty good eddy here. You'll notice the current pushes my net upriver, which is what you want when you're fishing out here. If you just try to push your net out in the general current, you're not going to catch anything. This is a pretty good little spot. I look forward to trying this spot later in the year when the salmon run picks up. We're just getting started now, so things are a little slow. There's no other fishermen out here, which is definitely a sign that things are slow, but we're picking them off one at a time. I think I'm gonna call it a night because it's about 10:30 and I'm pretty beat from walking up and down these cliffs all day, but just pulling my net out to leave and I snagged another one. Well, this definitely isn't beach fishing, I can tell you that. This is a lot of work. Onward and upward. Ah, it's a good size fish. Well, we got 3. While the ladies kind of get ready for bed, I'm gonna keep fishing. 2 more.
2 more.
There is not a person out here. We're about 7 miles in too. I believe that was a 7-mile marker, but we're about as far as you can go on this trail. They don't let you go any further. Well, I think that's it for the night. We didn't do too bad. That was a lot of work. We're gonna hit the sack.
I wish.
Well, there's nothing like waking up, camping when it's raining and having a packed gear, huh? Okay, well, we're all a little bit soggy, so we're going to hit the road. All right, we're home. We're going to go ahead and unpack.
Hey, put the plants out and just start on the salmon.
Yes. Jeez, you heavy. Shit, my foot, she almost broke my ankle. Well, you get your vitamins from the sun.
No.
What's your favorite color?
Usually purple. It's Nana's favorite.
Mommy, I'm following.
It is a gorgeous morning. We are going to start processing these salmon. So we are going to fillet these, scrape the bodies for patties, save any eggs if we get any eggs, and then we're going to take the carcass and make stock out of it. So we're going to use every bit of these fish.
All right, I can just put it on down.
Save all the guts. Yeah.
Bellies are really good, but yeah, you can rinse that off. After
Sure.
I've gotten the next one, you can start scraping that one down.
All right. Now waste not, want not.
No, there's tons of meat in there.
Oh my gosh.
So what
Just so much meat. Look at that.
what we'll do with some of these next ones we get is we'll peel them back, leave the stomachs in them, and we'll just dry them whole.
Yeah. Nice and cleaned up. Can we clean that one?
I already washed
Okay,
it.
good.
That was just gonna separate them and we'll pack them. Those will make good we could jerky the bellies.
Yeah,
And use
jerky
them.
salmon bellies. Yeah. We'll brine them in some birch syrup.
It's a good sized fish. Copper River salmon really don't disappoint, do they?
Yeah, that's a big fish, yeah.
It's on the bigger side of fish.
This in the soup pot. Yeehaw. Eggs?
Yeah, let's coax these out. Oh, yeah. They're in a nice little membrane. Oh, yeah. We're gonna save the bellies and we'll probably smoke them. They make a really good trail snack. They have a very high oil content. They're great smoked trail snack. You can't beat them really.
So I think we are just going to vacuum seal all of these this time. We're going to smoke and can the next haul, a lot of them, and then we're also going to try our hand at drying them the traditional way to preserve these salmon. So even after you smoke them, you have to can them or freeze them, but drying is a bit different, which we have never done before, so we're going to try that out. But we're planning on going right back, so we are going to turn and burn, pack up, and now that we know a little better how to fish this river and where to camp and all that, we're ready to get things together. They weren't quite in yet, so it was slow fishing, but you know, the ice is just off the rivers. It was slow, but I think in a couple days when we go back, I think it's going to be a lot faster, and we are going to bring our hot tent and stay for a little while. Set up a fish camp and really get our salmon.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we are gonna go pop these in the freezers and make some lunch. We're gonna do some salmon roe patties and some meat from the bodies that we scraped. We got about like a few pounds of meat just from scraping the bodies, so we waste nothing. We use everything on these salmon because we are really grateful to have these to harvest for our family. So we use absolutely everything. If you watch the channel, you will know that. So we scrape the bodies, and then we're gonna make some stock later too. But first, we're gonna get these nice and frozen and start on some lunch. We're gonna whip up some of these sourdough flatbreads and then some roe patties. So I'm gonna start getting my roe all nice and cleaned up, pour some lukewarm water on here and kind of fry up all these beautiful eggs, and then I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of our meat and make some patties. But first things first, I'm gonna get started on the sourdough flatbread. Eggs? Yay! Just what I need. We are excited. It's been a long time since we had fresh salmon roe. A lot of people don't eat the roe. We love the roe. It's super rich in omegas and protein, and it's been a sacred food for a long time, so it's been prized for a very long time by a lot of cultures around the globe, especially for like pregnant or expecting women. So it's a real superfood. Lena. Oh, this smells so good. That is so good. That's my favorite way to use roe. Oh man, that is delicious. Good.
That's delicious.
So good.
I wait all year for this.
Yeah. Just the patty? All right, well, first dip netting trip of the year for salmon is done. First of many, and we hope you guys had fun fishing with us. We'll see you next week.